Welcome back. It is 1545, halfway through the decade, if you can believe it. In the last one, Florence rolled to die but survived because we pleaded for her. Unfortunately, we did lose our new baby, and Rosamund moved in with us into like our unit to protect her children and ended up killing her husband. So that happened. But we did get her pardoned. We don't have a lot of birthdays this year, so let's just check them out. Alexander Light can't get a 2, 4, or a 6. I guess I should go down from here. I don't really know when I get into the middle here. No 2, 4, or 6. He survived. Then we have a Selena Light who can't get a 7 or a 13, followed by her marriage roll, which she does have, and then no children though. No children. A Selena Light. Let's see. A Selena Light is a 0. And then we have Christopher Heredia needs to get at least a 7. Felice needs to get at least an 8. And unfortunately, Hector Landgrab is passing away this year, so I think I can remove him from here. As for our vampire family wars, let me come over here. We have 4 and 3. Wow, everyone is going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 of them, right? Yeah. Oh, and all of them survive, which is really good. And then we're going to roll for Gabriel. 1. Okay, so Gabriel did not get caught being a spy this year. He had to roll a 9. So yeah, nice. Okay, let's hop into the game. Alrighty, so here we are with our 3 children surrounding their mother. Very cute. She already has another whim to have another kid, so I said I was going to fulfill those whims, and I will. So we'll get her pregnant again this year. He is also working on his charisma. He is working on that for his job to get to the next level. They're cutting through each other, but also it's kind of cute if you don't know that they're cutting through each other, so I took a picture. So yeah, let's have these two woohoo, see if they can't get pregnant again. And then we are going to call over the ladies. I love that they are all here. We can see who's pregnant. Look at Isolda. Oh my gosh. And then we are going to also just move forward here. We still don't really get along with Beatrice, but we get along well enough with some of the other ladies. So Verona here is one of the spellcaster ladies. She is pretty new um, to the group because the spellcasters hadn't initially been a part of it. The people in Forgotten Hollow were kind of still a little separate, but now her and Rosamund and Verona are being friends with each other and just hanging out, having a good time. I assume that Rosamund knows Verona a bit from when she was meeting with her brother and stuff. The spells had moved there to Forgotten Hollow, and Rosamund was kind of dating Verona's brother Victor until Absalom killed him. So I think Verona is very happy to be friends with Rosamund again after she killed Absalom because that was her brother's murderer. So she feels good about it. Then we'll have the guys hang out and just do their thing. Again, we're trying to get Gabriel to, quote unquote, convert Sims to his cause and get them away from Henry and all of that. So that'll be good. And then we're going to start. I've been just going in order. So Alistair is the next person in the group list there. And then we're going to just spend some time with the other guys and have a good time. So Alphonse is next after Alistair, so we've been working on him a little bit, trying to get all the guys to stay in one place. I mean, they really just don't want to. They just wander all around the house. Oh, and it looks like Genevieve got a promotion. Good for her. So she got promoted, and she is doing really well in her job as well. Both her and Gabriel are thriving. Unfortunately, after losing their baby last year, but they're doing a pretty good job. So she needs to not get burnt out here. But yeah, so Genevieve, you don't have to hang out here with the guys. You can go. But yeah, so, it's not going well with Alphonse. It's really not going that well. But anyway, we are just going to have everyone do their chatting thing, making friends, having a good time. wanting to, improve the world around them. So yeah, I'm just really satisfied with this family. Like, I'm just so happy that Gabriel and Genevieve are happy and that their kids are thriving, and that, obviously we still have some stuff we're dealing with Henry, but like, they're living a good life. I feel like Gabriel's childhood was so turbulent. um, and it's nice to see him have, a family that's doing well and everything. So I do feel good about that. So anyway, we're also working on Florence's toddler skills. She needs to get working on those. She is, the other two toddlers already have maxed their skills. I believe that actually Katerina's birthday is next year. So we're doing pretty well with the kids, getting their skills up, doing their thing. Gabriel is, again, a very attentive and doting father. He is paying a lot of attention to his children, always watching, always helping. And I'm going to have them woohoo one more time because it doesn't look like she's pregnant. So let's keep doing the woohoo thing. Oh, and we're having a baby be born. So here is Bennett Crookshank is the baby. He survived. And I'll come back to fixing the spreadsheet later if I remember. And then I got her pregnant again. And there we go into the spreadsheet. And then we're having another baby. And so this baby is Urian Heredia, who also survived, which was really good. So they are also, and then look, you guys, she has one baby try left, right? Isolde has one baby try left. So I'm like, okay, one more. So I know that a lot of the rules have been like, oh, you should do it per pregnancy or whatever, but I do it per baby because our population gets too high too quickly. So she had one try left, and what happened? She's pregnant with triplets. This girl, oh my gosh, can you imagine? Like, you've had like 6 kids, right? And then all of a sudden you're pregnant with triplets, and you're like, I mean, obviously that's why she's like, I'm not having any more kids after this, because that is wild. Oof, yeah, triplets. Isolde, my girl, that is so many. Actually, I should check. How many babies did she have? Yeah, she had 8 baby tries, and on the very last one she gets pregnant with. Oh gosh, with triplets. Poor Isolde, although quite a few of her children have died, so I guess it only follows that, she would kind of make up for that. That's fine. So anyway, Rosamund is going to come visit the house, and she's very upset. And Genevieve doesn't know what's going on, so Rosamund is basically going to tell her that she heard that their dog's wrestling behind me. I'm sorry if you hear that. So Rosamund is going to tell Genevieve that Verona has actually been killed. So we're going to say goodbye to Verona. Verona has actually been killed in the family feud between the two families. So Rosamund is obviously very distraught about this. She is just, she knew it wasn't a good idea to stay around. She didn't want to stay in that family in the first place. But yeah, she comes over, very hot-headed about it. She tells Genevieve that Verona has been another casualty, and she feels really bad about it, and she's very upset, and she's like, I should have just killed them all, and she's so angry, and Genevieve's like, okay, girl, like, calm down. What can you do, like, and it's frustrating, right, because the king had to get involved for Rosamund to not get arrested for killing Absalom, but nobody's doing anything about the Strouds killing people because they, like, kind of can't. The Strouds will just kill whoever comes, and I think that they recognize that they're not really strong enough. So, anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to control Rosamund, actually. She has had enough of her in-laws. Hey, do not chew on my computer cord. Oh my gosh, this dog. Let go. Oh my goodness. Okay. So anyway, Rosamund is come over here and come come to the Stroud household. She is not happy. Of course, she's always welcome. She's still, like, Vlad the Fifth was a nice guy. Him and Eleanor were very helpful to Rosamund when she initially was trying to get away and all this stuff. And so, you know, Vlad Five is not a bad guy. But anyway, so they let her in because, you know, I mean, she's the mother of you know, Veronica's grandchildren and all this stuff. And she ends up poisoning Veronica and Crispin, who are the two in the family who are, like, the bad ones. So she ends up poisoning them both, and they are just, you know, they didn't expect it from her, even though she killed Absalom. Like, they just kind of see it as, like, oh, Absalom died because he was weak. Like, a human killed you. Like, obviously you weren't good enough. You know, like, they're very cutthroat like that. So anyway, both of them are passing away. Rosamund has killed them both. So that is not great for her. But she just couldn't, like, she couldn't do it, you know? Like, she was not, she wasn't okay with what was happening. She wasn't okay with the feud continuing to kill people. And she was like, you know what? Fine. If nobody else is going to do anything, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. So that's what she does. We'll come back to our main household. We're home. Our household is, I mean, yes, they're now sad because some of their relatives died, but they don't really actually know that anything's happened. So, not yet. But yeah, I mean, keep in mind, like, that was these kids' grandmother, too. Like, Genevieve is related to the Strouds. She's just, you know, one of the good ones. And then we are going to just have these two be flirty with each other. Of course they are, because I want them to get pregnant. It's going to be so interesting when the new pack comes out. Is like, so I'm filming this. I don't know if it'll be out after the pack comes out, but it'll be really interesting because, like, you have to work to keep your romantic relationship satisfied. And I think that that's going to be a really interesting addition to the game. Like, sometimes I am guilty of forgetting about, like, the couple spending actual time together. I'm just spinning my story, and they haven't gone on a date in, like, ever. I don't know. So it'll be interesting once we get there. And then Henry is going to actually come over. So Henry's going to come over and talk to Gabriel, and basically he's going to say, like, hey, Gabriel, like, I'm trying to give you a heads up, but I'm having the knights arrest Rosamund for murdering 2 more people. And Gabriel's like, oh my gosh, of course she did. Like, and Henry's basically like, look, I could pardon her last time because it was self-defense and whatever, but this was obviously, it's 2 more people, and obviously she, you know, premeditated this. She went over there to kill them, and there's nothing I can really do about that. So she has to go to jail. So Gabriel is like, oh my goodness, like, how is this happening? But he is, like, kind of frustrated. But Henry, of course, can't pardon her again. She obviously hasn't learned her lesson. Oh, we're pregnant. So we're pregnant. We are very pregnant. Excellent. But yes, so obviously Rosamund is now in big trouble. I think we might, like, flip a coin or something for her to see if she actually, you know, is jailed forever, or if maybe, like, I don't know if they even did juries back then. I don't think they did. But regardless, a lot of, at least Henry's, like, cabinet members and stuff, I feel like they are not really sympathetic to occults, so they might be sympathetic to Rosamund as a human killing occults, but we'll have to just kind of see. Maybe we'll flip a coin for that. But yeah, Florence is doing really well on her toddler skills. She is doing an excellent job. She's already only got 2 more skills to get up here, and then next year we'll have our another baby, so that'll be exciting. Gabriel again is going to check in on his kids. I love that for him. He just is such a good dad. I love Gabriel. I think it's fun to, like, kind of, like, it was fun to play Gabriel the First and kind of have a more dysfunctional household, but it's also nice to have this, like, wholesome, happy family. Obviously things don't always go well, but they always, you know, come back together in the end. And so one of the things that isn't going to go well is Gabriel is going to tell Genevieve about Rosamund, and Genevieve's going to be like, oh no, like, I was worried that she would do something like this. And Gabriel's just kind of like, you knew she was going to do this and you didn't stop her? And Genevieve's like, what was I supposed to do? Like, she was just talking. And so Gabriel's a little mad that Genevieve didn't say anything to him, because, again, like, even though Gabriel like, his childhood was so weird, and he had such a hard time managing his siblings, right? He was still so young, and he was having such a hard time managing his siblings. And did dogs have to wrestle, like, right on top of me? Like, you can't go to the other room and wrestle. You have to do this right here. Anyway, basically, Gabriel had such a hard time managing his siblings and everything, and so I think that he still feels some responsibility towards, like, Rosamund and, his other siblings to make sure that they're okay, and, as the head of their household, and then also feels this, like, sense of responsibility to protect his own family and protect Genevieve and be like, you could be, like, in trouble for knowing about this and stuff. So he is definitely, I think he's definitely going to struggle as his kids get older, and he has to start actually, quote unquote, managing them as the head of the household, because he's struggled with that so much in the past. And even though he's an adult now, and he obviously will have an easier time of it, that at the same time, he probably does have some, like, memories of that struggle when he was younger. So they're going to just talk, and Gabriel's going to be like, I didn't mean to blow up on you. I just, have a lot of feelings about this kind of stuff and about my siblings and about everything. And, so much has happened with us. And, Rosamund had been kidnapped for quite some time, and nobody knew where she was. And it's just all very stressful. So Genevieve is not mad at him for kind of having an initial outburst about the situation. Obviously he is going to struggle with that. So there is that. But anyway, we're going to go back to the kids hanging out, having a good time. And yeah, it's really, it's good that they are able to kind of have these conversations with each other. And even though Gabriel was a big jerk when he was younger, he doesn't get along with some of his siblings. But at the same time, like, he's done so much growing up, and I think sometimes it's easy to fall back into old habits. But luckily, he, has kind of learned from that and is able to really reflect on his actions, and then apologize and have a conversation about it. So anyway, we're doing birthdays now, kind of a shorter video here, but we have for birthdays George Stroud becoming an infant, Alexander Light becoming a child, Acelina Light becoming a teenager, Hector Landgrab passing away, Princess Elizabeth becoming a teenager, Bennett Cruikshank being born, Urian Heredia being born, Verona Spell passing away, Veronica Stroud passing away, and Crispin Stroud passing away. I act as if all three of those Sims were murdered. And oh my gosh, look at Acelina. Look at how pretty she is. I can't stand it. Also, I gave, I don't think you guys saw it, but, like, Regina is also in this household, and I gave her such a nice makeover. I'm like, girl, I cannot wait to marry these ladies off. They are going to be, like, so good. They are going to have the best lives. They're so beautiful. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just giving everyone their makeover, having a good time. Gabriel is trying to deal with the fact that Rosamund is now in jail and everything. So we're going to have to follow up on that. But anyway, I think that'll be that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this part. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. There's nothing I can do, because even if I try to push them away, they're just going to think I'm playing with them. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in, oh, there they go. They're off. They finally left the room at the very end. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.